This is a confession. I think that while there are some who are insanely jealous, I also went through a phase that was dangerous where I was trying to I was trying to basically um, take my family and kill them because I thought that I was dying. I don't know how, but it's like it's not even happening. And it is kind of normal considering the way we treat each other. The way we treat each other, I'm not surprised. But it's still just it's like they set me up. They keep trying to like set me up, and I want to basically like have them feel the way that I feel. And I did something that was really kind of like wrong, and I tried to give my cousin a fatal STD. Do you know that's the only reason why I received an ounce of treatment? Her baby's father is Mexican and German, and that is the only reason why I got even an indication of concern. 2009, around the time that I visited Hell's Gate, which is interestingly one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. The nicest home I ever lived in. Everything is surrounding the fact that I like basically abuse my family and those who I am in sexual contact with. It is it's like having a laughter that is just a normal part of everyday living. It really is more to being a healthy individual. It takes more than just laughing every single day. I'll say that. But yeah, I think equality might be across the board. Let's just kind of oh, I see. All right. Like the new angle? Yeah. Freeze dry situation. So the way I created this angle is just basically this laptop is on a scope, and that's what the camera is stationed at the moment. At the moment, the camera is stationed on the laptop, and the laptop is slope going down. So it's like basically tilted um, on an incline. Now, we're making a few different styles of video. So, like I said before, is really, it's too hard to say what's going to happen between us, only because everyone is changing so rapidly. And the series gets better as we engage more. So it's one of those things. One of those things where we just, as much as I say, let's do things accordingly. What if everybody is highly unstable? That's what I work with every single day. And it's more stressful living in my house than it is being in law school. So I think the stress is more stressful as you surround yourself with people that you don't want to make. And that's sad. It's really sad. It's sad if you love others just because they are intellectual. That's how crazy things became in a society without the kingdom. Without the kingdom, it seems like these societies just are too basic to even have lasting significance. But everything has value. I feel so guilty. At the same time, there is a open place for all. It's called a public library. And when I look at some of the things that go on, I read a book that was so, it was like, it was the most, this book was really bad. Like, it made, the book literally was full of stories that were not written in an appropriate way. And this is from a real American, well, don't say American. This is from a real U.S. school. The only reason I was able to get as far as I am in life is because of the people that I was in college with. My mother is one of the most, well, I guess it's like maybe someone who is jealous, maybe. I don't know. But it's more like someone who really needs to be left in the wild by themselves completely. That's how mean she is. She's really mean. And she hides it well. Like, she's really good at hiding how mean she is. But I don't think I will ever be able to comprehend. Well, maybe I can. I can comprehend, but at the same time, I don't know. I think maybe parenting is too hard for her. That's the only real defense she has. And parenting is hard, especially if you have someone who is just, you know, they're not really bound too tightly. I don't know how I fit into the equation because I kind of like neglect my duties when fights break out. Whew. Living with family is harder than even being in college with AIDS, and you lost your baby, and your baby's father beats you up, and you're starving, and the work is really hard, and the rest of your family are like major criminals, and there's people who harass you every day about being in the streets, and the only things you know are really, really whack activities that have nothing to do with being wealthy. And it's just, and you're not the best looking person. But you know what? That last point, you're going to have to really forgive me because I can't give you that. I really won't. That's the way that I survive. And I can see where it is not appropriate, but I don't really give a shit. So everything else is really kind of sad and pathetic. But I don't go around making excuses. I don't even go around trying to rob others. But if you come to me with disrespect, it may be the worst decision you have ever made. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's a lot of things in my life that make me angry, but I don't let it stay. The worst thing in the world you can do is to try to make me feel a certain way when I've already said that I'm letting it go. I let it go. I'm letting it go. All the negative and bad is always coming from the two people who are supposed to be parents. And I'll say that. Everything you see is just like a figment of imagination. And on top of that, um, I felt like something should have been said. Just we're gonna work together on not harming our parents, because even if you don't want to make sacrifices for your children, how hard is it to give good advice? It's not hard at all. So I don't really care about them in the same way, because the consequences just became too dire. And they keep on trying to, ooh, yeah, I think it's just better that you not even refer to the family situation, because I gave you a long list of things we can talk about, and that's a very long list, and that's really liberal. So all I'm saying is I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty strong. But if you bring in my family situation, it's gonna get ugly. And on top of that, I mean, at this point, they're doing too much. Oh, let's do it. So that's what I'm saying. We really shouldn't have negative feelings within the group, but they really have been doing a lot of evil towards me. And blowing up a school is nothing to this one. But it just so happens that the people in my life are more stupid. So you want to do a full frontal attack? You just need to be prepared for the consequence, because my karma loop is strong. and I protect them. Anyone who is working in my favor, I protect. And on top of that, what do I have to lose? It's people who are constantly um, invading my personal body in space. What the fuck? What the fuck I look like? Right. So that's what I'm saying. Um, and on top of that, it's not a bad idea to kind of get some things for Nije, because Nije is a little bit of a monster. I mentioned that. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to be normal. So, with that being said, I'll go ahead and end that rant. But it's an outrage. It's an outrage. Like, seriously. I have never seen someone so determined to get on my bad side. Never. Ooh, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because I've already made up my mind. There, like, nothing is going to change. So everyone in our system, let's stay with the words on paper and see what happens. Cross my heart. I'm telling you, that's how fucking crazy this little household is. Just uncalled for madness. All right.